Hey you guys, SickCod97.
Would you please shut the hell up?
Hey you guys, SickCod97, and we're doing another pay-per-view preview. No idea why I keep on uploading these only like hours before the pay-per-view is actually on. I'm not sure why I do it, but we're going to get straight into this. And starting with the Intercontinental Championship match between Curtis Axel, the Paul Heyman guy, and Big E Langston, who has recently turned face. I cannot get my words right, this is a bad start. But he's recently turned face. And I'm so glad that it's happened because he hasn't been being pushed at all. I mean, he came in with Ziggler. And since then, he's had how many matches? Like, he had a tag team titles match at WrestleMania, which he lost. And since then, he has been like a jobber. It's unbelievable. And he's so much talent. I know he's not the best wrestler, but he is a good presence in the ring to have. So it's good that they've turned him face, just so they can put him into certain championship matches, which I think he deserves. He did so much good stuff on NXT and impressed me so much. I really wanted to be pushed to the main event scene, and yeah, I'm glad that he has been pushed into another title match, which unfortunately I cannot see him winning. It's simple as. It's a shame that I have to say that. I cannot see him winning the match. I can see once again Curtis Axel retaining the Intercontinental Championship, and I hope that they do something with it soon enough because it's getting a little bit boring. But Curtis Axel to win that match. So we now need to move on to the next match, which is somewhat a match that I'm actually taking a big interest into. It's Los Matadores. I'm quite impressed that I managed to pronounce that so quickly there. But Los Matadores against the Real Americans. Now finally, they pushed the Real Americans in the way that they should be. They put them in a match with two foreigners. Finally. You know, they were just facing like the Usos and all the time and stuff like that, and it was annoying me because it's not what their tag team represents. Their tag team represents that they disagree with everyone foreign, you know, so I'm glad that they're being put into a match with a foreign tag team, and it should be a good match because you got Antonio Cesaro's strength, and Swagger's pretty strong as well, and I don't like to say Los Matadores because they are Primo and Epico to me, you know. Anyone who doesn't know that they're Primo and Epico, just sort your lives out. It's pretty obvious that they are. But yeah, they're pretty good high flyers as well, so it should be an interesting match. And I'm just waiting to see the Cesaro swing on one of them. You know, I want to see how long he can go with that, so it should be pretty cool to see that again. And I've actually got the Real Americans to come away with the win on this one. I know that's strange because a lot of people are thinking, you know, Los Matadores have just come in, they should be winning, but I can see the Real Americans coming away with the win, and I'll come back to it over my winner on the tag team match. And you're looking at the footage here, and Jack Swagger's a fucking idiot because I was supposed to have the Real Americans win, but Swagger stayed in the ring and just got us disqualified, and I couldn't be bothered to record the match all over again. So despite the footage, I do have Real Americans to win on that one. Now moving on to the Divas Championship match between AJ and Brie Bella. Now, unfortunately, with Brie Bella, I think the WWE have been trying to push her because she's Daniel Bryan's girlfriend, and I don't think it's come off the way that they wanted it to. The fans haven't really been connecting with her, mainly because she's not that good on the mic, she's not that good in the ring. You know, she is, weird to say it, but she's fit. That's all there is. It sounds so bad when I say it, but that's all that's interesting about Brie Bella. And that's all that ever will be interesting about Brie Bella, and the only reason that they get pushed is because there's Brie and Nikki Bella. They're twins, they're unique, you don't see it every single day. So yeah, that's why I have AJ once again to come down with the win. I can't see WWE pushing someone who isn't connecting very well with the fans at all, so I've got AJ to come away with the win and retain the Divas Championship, and I hope that she retains it for a long time because obviously AJ is the best diva for a very long time, and I want her to go on for a very long title run. But we need to move on to the next match, and for some reason I didn't have entrances on this one, it just didn't come up, but it's CM Punk versus Ryback and Paul Heyman. Now this one, I am so glad that they brought Paul Heyman into it because it's just made the match questionable for me. I thought it was Ryback to win for sure. But now, I just don't know, because I get the feeling there's going to be a moment in the match where a big thing happens. And it could be Ryback getting locked outside the cage by Punk or something, but I just feel like Punk is going to go absolutely crazy and finally get that moment with Paul Heyman where he completely destroys him and like smashing him against the cell and everything, may even put him through it or something. I don't think Paul Heyman will be able to be put through a hell in the cell though. I think that might be a bit extreme for someone like him. I mean, he's not even a wrestler, but I can see Punk getting that huge moment with Heyman and finally getting some retribution, but Ryback coming away with the win on the night. I think I can see that happening really. That's all, like maybe Punk being distracted by Heyman or something like that. I can see Ryback coming away with the win though, but it could go either way. Really, I'm not completely sure about this match. I've just said Ryback because, I don't know, that's my first instinct. So yeah, need to move on to the next match. And just to quickly say, Miz and Bray Wyatt, of course, are feuding at the moment, so the match hasn't been announced for Hell in a Cell, but I think it might happen, so I'm not completely sure. But if it does happen, then I think Bray Wyatt will win on the night, so that might happen or not, I'm not sure. But on to the next match, and that is a Tag Team Championship match between The Shield, The Usos, and Rhodes Dynasty, as they are being called apparently. Now, footage on this one is a bit weird because you can't do a triple threat tag team match, so I just had to do a 6-man battle royale. But I really like the way this one is being pushed. I thought that The Shield versus Cody and Goldust at Hell in a Cell would be too predictable, and they've come and they've put the Usos into the match, and that makes it fresh, and that makes it really, really good in my opinion. I think having them in there, a lot of people have been like, why are they in there? They don't seem to fit. I mean, Cody Rhodes and Goldust against The Shield could be a good feud, but I think it just adds something to it, and they could even come away as the tag team champions. And hear me out on this. Survivor Series is the next pay-per-view after this. Think about it in the fact that I'm thinking like Team Triple H versus Team Daniel Bryan. I'm thinking that's what it's going to be, and I think The Shield will be on Triple H's team, and I think if Cody and Goldust drop the tag team titles and then go into that 5-on-5 tag team match, you know, and the Usos would be coming away as tag team champions, it very well could happen. I don't actually have it down to happen on the night. I have Cody and Goldust to come away because despite that prediction, I can't see them dropping the tag team titles straight away. They've had such a good connection since they formed a tag team. You know, WWE Universe has been loving them. I love them as a tag team. So on the night, Cody Rhodes and Goldust to come away retaining their tag team championships. So yeah, that should be a pretty good match, I hope. I mean, they're all very good wrestlers, so we'll see. It depends on the night. It could go either way. As long as somebody gets speared and super kicked, I'm happy, you know. Right, moving on to the World Heavyweight Championship match, and he's back again. Cena's back, for fuck's sake. Obviously, I'm not even going to go into it again. You guys know how much I hate Cena. I can deal with him now. He's been away for 2 months, so I should be able to deal with him for another month before I get bored of him again. Am I the only one, though, who is getting annoyed by the fact that John Cena has come back 2 months away and has just been chucked into a title match? You know? World Heavyweight Championship match for no reason whatsoever other than the fact that he's John Cena, and it pisses me off. He should have to work his way up the ladder, and it's the only reason that they put him in this match is so they can freaking sell the pay-per-view. And I think he's coming back way too early for his own good, and this could really damage WWE in the long term. What happens if this injury comes back on John Cena in 3-4 months' time, and they don't have John Cena for WrestleMania? It could really come back on them big time, and I don't think they're thinking about that completely. So yeah, it's a big risk having Cena coming back this early. But this match is interesting, and it would be as long if Cena had ever tapped out for me, really. But the fact that he hasn't has just made me think, you know, even if Del Rio does lock in that cross arm breaker on that damaged arm, Cena's not going to tap, is he? You know, because he just never does, and it just annoys me. Because I don't think anyone should have that thing of not tapping ever. in the WWE, but because of that, I see Cena winning on the night and being the next World Heavyweight Champion for about 2-3 minutes until Damien Sandow comes out and cashes in. I know I predicted that in the last pay-per-view, and I'm predicting it again for Sandow to cash in. I really want it to happen. Why can't it happen? Damien Sandow needs to be the World Heavyweight Champion, and soon. Please make it happen, WWE. I'm not the only one who wants it to see it, and I don't want to see John Cena as a World Heavyweight Champion. You know? So, moving on now to the main event. Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton. Shawn Michaels, special guest referee, inside Hell in a Cell. Now, this one was not going to be an interesting match for me because I was bored of the Bryan versus Orton feud until they chucked Shawn Michaels in as special guest referee, because it opened up so many possibilities as to what could happen. Bryan could win clean. Orton could win clean. Michaels could screw Orton. Michaels could screw Bryan. Big Show could get in the cell. You know, so many things could happen in this match. And, you know, I'm completely up in the air. I'm going to make a prediction of who's going to win. And on the night, I'm going to have to say that Shawn Michaels is going to screw someone over. And I think that he is going to screw over, moment of truth, Daniel Bryan. I think Michaels is going to screw Bryan out of the WWE Championship and side with Triple H in the "What's best for business, sir?" Yeah, that's all I can see happening on the night. Shawn Michaels screwing Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton becoming the next WWE Champion. It should be interesting. I don't actually really have any idea, but we'll see. So thank you guys very much for watching this pay-per-view preview, and goodbye.